Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. It's a pickup of 6. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their best.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
It's early, but a now cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
On first down, Howell. Finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mahomes now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Allen. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you just have to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Howell. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. When you look at this defense, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Commanders 20, Chiefs nothing.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Commanders 20, Chiefs 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 5 from the 8. They go play action with Howell. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
The score, Commanders 27, Chiefs 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Second and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That'll be caught by Rice. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Howell. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Howell will throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Deontay Hardy back deep. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Commanders' 33-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from a yard out. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Commanders 27, Chiefs 14.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. First down, Howell to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second down, Howell now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Nifty move. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down and 6 now. Throwing here, Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Howell down to throw it. Left side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Faking the handoff. Howell. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
One last shot before the break. Howell eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Howell's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Howell throwing on first down here. It's complete to Mitchell. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Tony. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now here's Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. And even 40 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On play action, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Howell. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Tressway now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Complete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Howell. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense will take over right at midfield. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Now Mahomes got to have this one, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Samuel going to go in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Deebo Samuel, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Commanders 33, Chiefs 21.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chiefs 28.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that's complete to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Second down at 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Commanders 40. Chiefs 28.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that part.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they work this out past the 25. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Sit down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, what a move. And he works free. He may go. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive,